I should probably be out in it. What's the UV?
6.
Oh, that's it. I'm just here to like make a few things like kind of really clear, abundantly clear, as people say. I find it humorous that people are like, show me, show me, show me, show me, show me. I want. But then I show, and then people start mass reporting. So then I'm like, whatever, I'm going to post it in a video. And then, oh, that gets taken down. So what do you want? Do you want it or not? I also get sent a link. And just so everybody knows, I ain't even looking at my iPad because I literally at this point just don't give a shit because it's really funny. Some of you guys don't have a life and you just sit on, you know, and watch people and whatever. Like, do you, boo, do you. Don't care. Really, don't care. But so I live in Wayne County, Michigan, okay? Wayne County. You're going to want to look up, you know, like the Wayne County Clerk's Office. Marriage license, applications, certificates are all public record, okay? Because after my live got taken and then after the video got taken, I get sent a link and they're like, oh, you know, here's this link to this Reddit, right? This Reddit thread. And everyone's like, oh, JH this and JH that. Oh, do you remember JH this and JH that? And first of all, I'm going to tell you, like I said, marriage license and all that is public record. Okay? Trust me, I know, because people have already looked up my marriage license with my ex-husband, along with our divorce decree. So, find a application or marriage license between Keith and I. Please, go ahead, go. Because we were never married, and when you see that we were never married, we're not married, haven't ever even applied for a marriage license, y'all can all shut the hell up. Respectfully, not respectfully. Okay? 1. 2. I find it humorous that people take something that somebody else says and they run with it, right? You know, like, oh, I allegedly emailed somebody's kid, but yet when the person who really did it reaches out and says, I have proof that she did it, and then they talk for over 6 months and not even a remote screenshot, proof, nothing gets dropped. Nothing. Again, shut the hell up. Until you provide actual proof and evidence and receipts, shut the hell up. Y'all are jokes. Just like, it's funny that everybody thought like, oh, Miss Ashy Cat was doing so great. And then, oh, I dropped a whole shit ton of receipts. And no apologies. No nothing. It's funny who my sister, who is a very intelligent woman, very intelligent. What does she have to say today? Oh, let's listen.
I'm looking to see where your lives are. I don't see nothing. What's going on?
Oh, that was the old one. Here.
Section today. And people are dumb. Can you start over? No, shut your fucking mouth and listen. Jesus.
Like, you know. But people over here like, well, I don't care because she defended his... Again, show me where I defended his behavior. Show me where I ever agreed with what he did 20 years ago. Because you ain't going to find it. You're not going to find it. People stalk my life enough. Contact Tecole, Tecole. Ask her how I really thought of Keith when I first met him through her. because she was going to leave her husband to pursue a relationship with him, and because they had a past prior to. But everybody says I met him in prison too, which is even funnier, right? 90% of the lies that had been spread out there about me came from an active junkie during her active addiction. People's like, oh, she looks people up. Oh, she does this, she does that. You realize that the internet's free, right? Google's free. But yet the same energy doesn't get matched to the same people that are doing the same shit. What about the person that legitimately paid for an Intellis report on me and emailed it to multiple different people, and then turned around and posted it online, contacted my fucking neighbors, my sister's been contacted, my dad, my ex-husband? Where's the same energy for the people you guys sit with that you do it, that you all fucking clap and praise for them doing it? But yeah, I do it and I'm a horrible person. Yeah. See the double standards? The one-way street? It being a joke? See, I don't know how many fucking messages I had between me and Gabby where I'm telling her to block this person and block that person. But I was her mod for forever, right? Just like I was in Florida because I was going to court. Where's the apology for that? My sister can attest that we never left Fort Lauderdale. Well, I'm sorry. We left Fort Lauderdale because we went to Miami. One night we did drive up to Orlando, spent the day, But never once did I meet with her. I'm still cockroach free, thank you. Trust me, I know that all it takes is one little egg in the crease of your shoe, and honey, you're bringing that shit home. I'm good. I'm good on all that. But, being that it was my sister's daughter, and a week before the wedding, I actually wasn't even going to go. But it broke my heart when, my niece had said that we were going to pretty much be the only family on my sister's side of the family that was there. And being that is my only blood niece that I also helped raise, I wasn't missing it. But yeah, where's my apology? And, if I filed all these court papers for her, why wouldn't I have at least went for, as a witness? To go in and say, Your Honor, you know my face. You know my face. And this isn't, why wouldn't I have done that? Has who been diagnosed with, I don't know, what is MI? So, it's, I don't know. Show me a marriage license. Show me that we're still together after he knowingly cheated. 90% of you fucking trolls befriended his girlfriend, which, let me tell you, I still have that live stream, and I do find it quite hilarious that this woman can join a live stream and admit that she's having relations with Keith, and yet you all defend her. Don't call her names. Don't call her, a pea lover. Don't call her this. Why? Why? Why the fuck not? Y'all can do it to me, but you don't do it to her? Again, the fucking double standards, dude. Just like people talking about, oh, her kids were taken away from her. Bitch, where? I've even posted my fucking CPS report where it says an out-of-home safety plan is not required. Do you know what an out-of-home safety plan is? That means that they take your kid and they place them somewhere. Whether it's with their father, your mother, brother, sister, daddy, fucking neighbor, cousin, whoever. Foster care. Right? Just like the whole sniffles. Do you know what the fuck our ground looks like right now? Because it's summer and it looks like there's snow. Because there is so much damn tree pollen. My sister sounds the same way. You heard my daughter sitting up here fucking hacking. And Michigan literally has the worst air quality in the country currently. Due to Canada and their fucking Canuck fires. But y'all need some help. Maybe touch some grass. It's summertime. Go to a beach. Play in a pool. Like, build a sandcastle. Paint a picture. Be outside. Enjoy the air. Enjoy life. Because one thing that I really didn't ever understand before, when I would like sit on fucking lives 24/7, is this is time that you don't get back. I get it. Exposed behavior. I get it. I get it. I get that at the moment there are innocent people that are being accused of doing things that they most likely didn't do, which is why I brought it to light. There is no, hey Jess, thanks for doing that. Hey Jess, thanks for throwing Gabby under the bus and showing that, like, she does this shit herself. Because, see, at the end of the day, I'm going to sleep just fine. Okay? What is she going to do? Send me a fake Cindy? What is she going to do? Go file in court? Okay. File in court. I'll be in court. Like, I would really be surprised if the court accepts anything from her after the way that this guy railed her in court. But, like, I really don't care. I did this to hopefully, one, clear some people's names. And let me remind you, like, Feisty, I don't know her. I don't know anything about her. I've watched a couple of her lives. And like I told her, I think she's, an honest, legit woman. Whether she is or isn't, I don't know, okay? I don't know. I don't study people. It's not what I do. But at the end of the day, innocent people shouldn't be having to worry about if they're looking over their shoulder, if they need to lawyer up, if, whatever. And when I heard her say, like, hey, do you have proof? The first thing that I did was try to reach out to her, being that we weren't mutuals. Didn't know if she was going to get my message, so I posted a video. Hey, if somebody's got some, connections, have Feisty get a hold of me. Sent her the proof. She sent me the detective's name. I emailed him the stuff. That it's whatever. Do I have to get on here and show messages? Nope, because at the end of the day, I really don't care. I'm not trying to get into no clique, no clan, no nothing. I'm doing this to, like I said, potentially clear up people's names. People that I don't really care for. People that I don't care if their names get cleared up or not. I don't care. It doesn't affect me any. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect my life, my kids' lives. I don't care. But there's not a thank you. There's not, wow, we were wrong. There's not a sorry. Because people painted a picture, and followers, because that's what you are, when you don't, like, talk to somebody firsthand, you don't get the knowledge firsthand, you literally just listen to something that's being said, and you follow it, you're a follower. Weren't you taught in like kindergartner not to be a follower, to be a leader? I'm not here to do content on Gabby or expose Gabby or whatever like other creators are. I really think that there's more than enough. Mine was to expose Ashley for the human piece of shit that she still is. Did she go to rehab and potentially get cleaned up? But she's still the same person she was in active addiction. Oh, it's not down yet? And I agree. I agree. Gabby's I can't see. Fast acting. Oh my god. I do agree. At the end of the day, he does. I myself have told her 500 times to keep him offline. Don't post him. Don't let him be on the camera. Because, like I told her, if you don't post him and you don't have him on camera, guess what? Guess what? Nobody has anything to talk about him. Do you think she listens? Nope. Because at the end of the day, she craves and needs that attention. Whether it's negative, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's positive. And it's gross. If that's what you want to do as a human, whatever, you do that on your own free time. You do that when that little boy is not sitting there listening to you. And I will tell you what, that little boy deserves more patience, especially if you are trying to say that he is autistic. Being an autistic parent, you have to have patience and lots of it. I seen a video clip of her cutting up a watermelon. And he wants watermelon and she's screaming at him. For what? Get down to his level and speak to him. Look him in the eyes. And if he starts whining, then you say no, talk. But he's not going to talk when you let him watch the things that he does. Just the other day she was live. I was streaming her. And she's over here, he's swiping through what sounded like Hispanic TikTok. It sounded like Mexican, maybe, I don't know. It sounded like possibly I don't know. It sounded like Spanish to me. Sorry. But he's listening to languages that he doesn't know, so then in his mind, he thinks speaking is just, blah, 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 it's not actual words. She is more content with let me put my face in my phone and do whatever, cry, rage out, act, clam slam, whatever, than to say, you know what, my son comes home in 20 minutes, I'm done for the day, I'm going to sit down and we're going to read, we're going to ABCs. Maybe instead of spending $200-$300 on, motorized little bikes that you turn around and sell on Facebook Market less than a week later and brag about how you got more money than what you actually paid for it, buy him books and hands-on stuff that will help him. Give this child some shaving cream on a counter or a cookie sheet and let him write his ABCs with his finger.
Hi. Hey, Queen.
Hi, boo. Don't talk yet. Don't talk yet. Hang on. Hang
You know
on.
what I'm about to do to her?
Who is it on? Okay. My other daughter, having I mean, not biologically. Yeah, I'm such a horrible person. Yet all of my kids' friends are like, "You're my mom." Okay, I guess so. Oh, here we go. Kristen's coughing. God forbid. Sniff, sniff. Don't sniffle. Don't sniffle. Anyways, but yeah, there are tons of activities that she can do with this child, but refuses. And I pray to God that she doesn't have another kid. That I know that that's really mean to say, because I do think that everybody should feel what it feels like to be a parent. I mean, if you want to. I get that there's people who don't want kids, don't want, like, do you, boo? But if that's something that you want, and you're mature enough, again, you're mature enough, then like, have at it. But she can't handle the one she's got now. And I'm sorry. God, I hope somebody gave that's, and as somebody that is highly against CPS, because I think it is a very corrupt, abused system, and I think that they're pure ignorant, because they will take the dumbest allegation and come knock on your door, but yet parents are abusing and unaliving their kids, and CPS is nowhere to be found. But I really hope somebody gave the video where she's like, "Oh, I'm going to lock the baby in the..." I'm sorry, you said what? I don't know what more people want. Did I reach out to her? Yup. How did I find out from her? Oh, because Ashley. Oh, we'll find out it's attacking, this girl and her sister, and, it's like me and you all over again, just new victims. When is she going to stop? Should I have done my research? Yup, I should have. Was I dumb for not? Yup, sure am. But I'm over it. Like I said, I learned, having to always watch, this person and that person, and stream this person and talk about this person, and you don't get that time back. And it's really not worth it. Like I said, if you your kids are grown, you live alone, you don't work, or whatever it may be, and you're just straight up bored, I guess do you. But there are far much more better enjoying things than her. Like, I don't know. I don't believe that she's getting mental help. I don't believe that her child is receiving any type of services that he should be. And I don't think that something I would about bet money on was her. I don't know for sure that all of these messages are her, so I can't say that. But I wouldn't be surprised if you really look at, like, the way that she texts, it is the same. And like I said, I don't know. People are going to spread awareness. They're going to spread awareness. That's fine. It just truly sucks to see an app that used to be so fun, and maybe it still is. Maybe I'm just on the wrong side. I don't know. But an app that used to be so fun that has turned toxic. And like, what happened before TikTok? Why am I attacked and railed and called names and everything else with no criminal record? Because I thought somebody that deserved a second chance. Never said I condoned it. I've also been told that I was allegedly there when it happened, and I didn't even know the damn man. Shit, 2004, 2005, I was with Tom. I didn't even know who Nicole was. I didn't even know who my ex-husband was. But it's like everything is just, oh, well, Jess does this and Jess does that and Jess did this with no proof, but Jess did this with no proof, and Jess is this and Jess is that, and, I could turn around and do the same thing. I could turn around and say, oh, well, somebody did this and somebody did that. Where, and okay, ready? 4.5-ish years ago, a photo of a dark-skinned male was sent to my minor daughter with his thingamajiggy in his hand, talking about, here you go, you can use this at night. Where's the same energy? Where is the same energy for whoever the fuck did that? Yep, it was turned over to Taylor Police. Yep, it was, I don't know, investigated. Sage was even in on a few of the calls when the detective was calling me, giving me updates. FYI, texting apps can be tracked, just so you know. It takes a little bit longer, but it can be done. And that's okay. That's okay because it happened to me. It was okay when I decided I was going to take my kids to lunch. And I walk out my door and I hear FBI. And there's literally 2 agents and a detective standing in my driveway. That's okay because it was done to me. It's okay that my kids are trying to come home from school and my whole ass street is shut down because of a false call. False. That's okay. That's okay because it was done to me. But now if I turned around and I returned the same energy to somebody else, I would be a worthless, no good piece of shit. Oh wait, I already am. I forgot. So y'all only hear and listen and take in what you want to hear and not everything behind it. And like I said, the people that are being accused of doing whatever, I could have continued to sit back, keep my mouth shut, prop my feet up, and watch the shit show unfold. But not liking these people, I reached out to somebody who had the information and provided them with screenshots. I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do that. I could have just sat back and been like, well, when the investigator, detective figures out whatever, then it's, it will be done and dealt with then. Oh, I was like, it might not. I know I'm muted for a minute. I'm just now looking at the screen. But no, it is. It is okay that it happened to me. Because it's me. It's okay that that people talk about how that they're going to contact my kid's school. And, they're going to do this and they're going to do that. And it's all okay when it's me. And for what? Because you don't like me because of words that you heard? Because things that are said without any proof backing it up? I'm still waiting 5 years later-ish for proof that I supposedly emailed somebody's child. Besides word of mouth. Or my daughter's face when she walks out and hands me her phone and says, I think that this was meant for you because the Intellis report that was ran and spread out all over the internet contained my minor children's phone numbers because they're minors, right? So their phone lines are under my name. Mm-hmm. Or how about the fact that my ex-husband, who nearly unalived me, was contacted while he was sitting in a Missouri state prison. Yeah, contacted through JPay. Mm-hmm. But that's okay. Yep. So like I said, I'm going to say it loud and clear yet again. Marriage license, certificates, divorce decrees, you name it. It's all public information. Wayne County Clerk, Detroit, Michigan. Find me a fucking marriage license. And if you do, I'll tell you you were right. Never married the man. Haven't been with him. Don't know very many people that stick around when somebody cheats. And then the broad quits her job to go work at his main place of employment. You really think I'm that fucking dumb? I'm just going to sit back every day and be with somebody who goes to work every single day with the person that he's cheating with. The person that he's saying, I love you, and he wants to marry. But like I said, where was the same energy when she joined a live stream, admitted that they were together, and no names were allowed to be called on her? Or how about how I get called names because I was in a relationship with him, but again, she isn't. Why isn't she a P lover? Why isn't she a peace supporter? She sat up there and admitted that she knew. And what did she say? Well, people deserve second chances. People grow. People change. That was all okay. I will gladly reshare the live. It is literally the double standards for me. And why? Because people don't like me? Okay. I have never asked people to like me. I've never demanded for people to like me. People are entitled to their own thoughts and opinions. But what you're not going to do is sit and spread a whole bunch of false information just to intentionally provoke more hateful behavior on me. See, what people don't like is anytime that I talk, I come with receipts. And they don't like that. But like I said, it's okay for people to sit in a live stream while another person was like, oh, I'll show you. And literally right there, Googles somebody's whatever, or Intellis, whatever it was, been verified, and posts it on a green screen behind them. That's okay. That's okay. They can do it. But you can't look up any information on the people that, are harassing you or calling in false CPS reports or false police reports or sending the police to my house at 12:30 at night. Yep. With my autistic son, who was traumatized that the only person that has ever cared for him was going to be ripped away from him. But that's okay. Who still, to this day, requires full-time care, is in special ed classes, suffers from a severe seizure disorder, can't even be left alone for 5 minutes, who has the mentality of a second grader, but is officially now a freshman, we'll say. He's got 2 days of school left. And why? Because you don't like me. And you realize that you weren't hurting me. So you go for a low blow and you try to hurt my kids. I will say it loud and clear. I will say it with a smile on my face. When it comes to my kids, I will smile in my mugshots. I will do whatever time I need to do. Because they're my kids. Unlike some people on the internet that don't protect their kids, I do. I do. And anybody who truly knows that my kids are always number one. Always. For crying out loud, shit, I almost went to jail over my niece. You hit that stage when you're a teenager and you act like you know it all, and she up and moved out of my sister's house and was not with a very healthy choice of a relationship. And we went to her little boyfriend's mommy's house, and I basically dragged her out the house to come talk to her mother. And now she's a young adult that is going places in her life, is now married, eventually, maybe, possibly have kids one day with her husband. But why? Well, because she had people that cared about her, that wanted her best interest, that wasn't going to let her just sit back and screw up her life. But all of these people talk about, oh, isn't she the one that emailed somebody? Show me proof. Show me proof. Because I can show you 6 months of conversation where the person that swore that she had proof was asked 500 times for proof and never could provide a single ounce of it. And then when she gets called out for unaliving her cats, lying and scamming people, and everything else. It's, oh, I'm going to show a text message a month before they actually split up, which is comical. Which is real comical. See, I had no intentions of, doing any of this Gabby shit. Because my next person was going to be, Ashley's little bestie, Janine. Because, God, Google is amazing. This woman is attacking Eminem, his ex-wife, and everybody under the sun because she wants her aunt to get a headstone. Yeah, I got on a website. I just typed in, something about, headstone purchase, Detroit, Michigan. There's a few different websites that popped up. And I designed, in 2 minutes, this quick little, template for this real beautiful headstone. Real beautiful. Free shipping. Cost of it was $199 out the door. But she's over here attacking everybody and their mom. Well, it's your job. She says that it's Eminem's ex-wife, Kim. Okay, her sister passed. She said that it was Kim's job to pay for a headstone. Is it? Is it, though? I think it would be, her husband's job. Or, her kid's job. I don't think that it's necessarily her sister's job. If something was to happen to me, I don't think that it's my sister's place to, do any type of arrangements. I mean, if she wants to help, great. But to demand that somebody come out of pocket for a headstone, if you're so worried about it, I mean, you were holding a fundraiser for Miss Ashley Cat to get $2,000 for a car she can't even legally put on the road because she owes the state of Maryland money. But why can't you pay for it? It's $199. You could get your aunt a very beautiful headstone for $199. And like I said, that was going to be my next live, was Ashley and this Janine girl. They talked about how she was going to pull up to my house, but then called the cops and played victim. But I was tired of hearing people be wrongly accused of stuff that I literally am sitting on proof that Gabby has done herself. People that I don't wish to speak to. People that I don't care about. People that I don't like. But what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Right? Didn't your parents teach you right from wrong? Maybe, maybe not. Well, so, hang on. Sandy Cheeks, you said half of us don't even know what you're talking about. Which part? What did I do? Please, Carrie, what did I do? Are you thinking of something? I would say crickets, but it would be more along, birds chirping. White puffy shit falling from the sky still. Because having 10 pounds of tree pollen on the fucking ground isn't bad enough. No? You don't have anything? Is that what you have? Regulated goods, eh? Okay. Okay, that's what I thought. No proof. You don't have proof of nothing besides word of mouth. So, with that being said, and since I'm, now getting restricted for whatever because people don't like the truth, I was going to say I'm just going to restart, but I have kids that will be home in less than 30 minutes-ish. I have flowers to plant, a house to clean. I might be back later. Yes, American Girl. So I do that because people like really obsess about stuff like in the back. They have taken my son in a window, a reflection in a window, and made videos with it. So I show nothing. My address is unlisted now because people are weird. I mean, maybe if I come back and like I'm streaming Gabby or something, I might let you guys like look at the sky because it's really pretty, but yeah. I don't need people like obsessing with walls and light fixtures or this and that, like trying to find like a recent rental that the pictures match up, because people are strange. They really are. And it's really sad because Facebook, you used to like put your whole, name, your city, your family members, and like, it is weird behavior. It is. So, like I said, I'm going to go finish planting my very beautiful flower. I'll take pictures and post videos. I got to fix one pot because my baby raccoons thinks that it's funny to fling dirt everywhere. And then when I tell them no, they just look at me and fling more dirt while they're looking at me. So I have to fix one. And yeah, so I hope everybody has a great day. I might be back. Bonnie, definitely con. Haven't been pro in quite a long time. But if you ask a lot of other people, I'm allegedly pro, have been pro since day one, still am pro. But, it doesn't matter what I show. Nothing's going to be good enough. And I'm not here to please anybody but my children. So, I'll make videos. If they get taken down, they get taken down. Obviously, that they weren't really meant to, So Randall, good luck. Good luck. Yep, that's been told to her 5,000 times, and like I've told her herself, if it's not her way, it's no way. If it's not, drama and entertainment, it's no way. Um, you know. Oh, no, she won't talk about it. She won't. Just like her and the whole, she can't do Spark anymore. She's scared to leave her house. That is all an act. So what she's trying to do is she thinks that by going live and saying that she's scared, she's in fear, she can't leave her house, she can't work, she's trying to set the grounds for a emotional abuse case, or something along those lines. Emotionally distraught, emotional damage, stuff like that. Jay, I don't know that it's necessarily about the disability part, or however you want to call it, social security, disability, whatever. I really think that she knows that she is screwed, for better terms, I guess. There's no other way to put it. And like I said, she's trying to use an emotional distress case. She fears leaving her house. She's scared of this. She's scared of that. I am sorry, but I would be far more embarrassed to go around doing clam slams all day long than, transcripts for court. Well, but I think that allegedly that's another thing that's being investigated, is that she's using everything under Aaron's name. I don't know how TikTok money works. He does deserve more, American Girl. He does. He does. And that little boy could be such a beautiful, happy, fun-loving, little kid. But look at who he... You Are My Sunshine. Well, she can't blame me for that, because Patriot Nana already came out a long time ago and said that was her daughter. I know I was blamed for being part of it. I will tell you one thing I definitely won't do. I am not impersonating nobody. I am not impersonating a cop, an attorney, a nothing, because that is one hell of a felony you don't want. Period. The little sunshine emoji. I don't know what accounts that she gave to the detective. Oh, absolutely, Randall. Absolutely. As a boy mom, why are you not taking him fishing? My son goes fishing all the time, whether it's with me or his dad, or Tom has even taken the kids fishing. But there's fishing, there's, little kid movies, there is car shows, there's tons of things that you could do a park, a beach to play in the sand or run around, wear out his energy. Something besides the backyard that's not really a backyard because you have, 50 other people sharing that little lot. Yeah, libraries, read books. Libraries even have, like the little, I don't know if you necessarily call them play dates, but activities for kids that they can do. There's, hands-on museums and shit. Being in Florida, there's tons. Oh my God, tons. I've said it, I don't know how many times. The only time that we were really at our Airbnb when we were in Florida was to sleep. I didn't want to be in the house. There's so many things to see and do, and granted, I am not one for the ocean. I got in maybe knee deep, and I was like, I'm done. I don't want to be stung by a jellyfish. I don't want to step on something that's got pokies or horns or whatever. I don't want to be part of sea creatures. Like, my sister loves the ocean, but you could still take him to the ocean. And especially being in Cape, you're right there off the water. I mean, I couldn't imagine just being in such a beautiful area just to sit inside all day. And it just, this poor little boy is going to grow up to like feel like you can't have an outside life. And like I said, you're not embarrassed to go around slamming your clam 24/7, but you're now embarrassed because some court transcripts were leaked. She wasn't embarrassed when her police calls were leaked. I forgot who did that. It's Patty or something. I don't know. She wasn't embarrassed about that. Like, oh yeah, I got poop sent to my house. Did you? That I also either A is fake or B it was her, because I did tell her in text message to check the postage on said delivered package, because it will have the stamp from whatever location it was mailed out of. And she never talked about, where said package came from. Why is that? It was real. It was fake. I paid for that package. It really wasn't though, because like everybody's like, oh, you were a mod for forever, for months, for that. I really wasn't. And I mean, yeah, when you actually, are trying to get rid of accounts, it is. But she would nonstop. It would be, don't block them, don't block them, block them. And like I said, at that point, I was just like, I was done. I mean, I'm not going to continuously text her and say, hey, hey, can you, you know, you should block this account, or can you block this account, or, you know, if I'm her mod. But again, like, it's just, you know, the simple little things that people don't comprehend. Oh, I'm sure she was. I'm sure that she was. She's a jerk and nasty to everybody. And especially if you're, you know, trying to be honest with her. I haven't been texting her the last few months. Thanks. So, Daisy, originally I had removed myself. And then she was like, no, I'm just gonna remod you. I don't care what they say. And then I was removed, and she said that she deleted all of her mods because there was supposedly a rogue mod that was unblocking and unmuting people. And she was like, I hope that you don't take it personal. And I told her I really didn't give a shit. So is it Shelly? No, I don't communicate with Erin. I guess I'll fill you in on this because, like I said, you know, people have to repeat themselves 10,000 times. Friday, while she was crashing out, I had made a remark while I was live, and I said, I'm half tempted to text Erin and tell him that his girl's crashing out. And there were 500 people that was like, do it, yeah, do it. So I sent a text that said, hey, so your girl's crashing out while your son is by himself. It wasn't a polite conversation. Okay, so we're in June, right? So we're gonna do we're gonna do math now. Okay, are you ready? Ready? So we're in June. He texted me in January and asked why or how the people got Faith and Mel's statement letters, and I didn't answer. Okay. And that was in January, so that was 6 months ago, right? Not a couple. Okay. And when somebody has done that much damage, why? So, if I was to go through my phone right now and hit delete on all the text messages, then what? Then you're going to cry I'm hiding stuff because I deleted it? Okay, but you didn't say several months. You literally just said I've been texting him for the last couple months. You are my sunshine? Yes. Yes, he can. It is failure to protect. Most certainly is. And being that he was notified of what was going on and still did absolutely nothing sets a more concrete case for CPS or a detective. Rita, I don't know. Apparently, Faith and Mel had wrote statement letters for Gabby to take to court in Florida. I was completely unaware that Mel had even wrote a letter. She did send me a copy of what Faith said, which was just kind of like total left field. It was like, she's been bullied and harassed before, and she knows what it's like, and it's not fun, and it's not okay, and it's kind of like, what does this have to do with the case type deal thing? No, actually, Carrie, I don't give a flying fuck. Like I said, I sleep perfectly fine at night. I'm not scared of nothing. And if I was scared, I definitely wouldn't be talking about it. I definitely wouldn't be contacting a detective saying, hey, here's my personal information, my full legal name, and my real email address. Because that's pretty fucking dumb, ain't it? Did you pass, like, the 2nd grade? Because I'm really starting to wonder with your fucking intelligence levels. Like, I'm so scared. So scared, but I'm reaching out to a detective and putting my text messages and everything else right out there in the open for people who I don't even like. I'm so scared. I actually had and still have really good intelligence. I just felt sorry for somebody that I didn't do my research on. Sportsman, probably not. Probably not. Me and another person have our theory as to why Aaron stays. And it's not that hard for people to kind of comprehend. Like, or kind of piece together, I should say. There is really only one thing that we can come up with, and all of his out of line, inappropriate remarks that he makes, and her saying that, like, he's craving it, he's going through, like, withdrawal, he's angry. I think that it's a matter of he can get it when he wants to, and that's why he stays around. Well, but that's the thing, is I didn't even watch her 5 minutes. I literally came into her live, said, hey, I can help you. Joined a box for 31 seconds. Literally, I have it screen recorded because I had to submit it to a court. For 31 seconds. So, there wasn't even 5 minutes of contact. So, Mary, I don't know. I have to see if I can re-find it. I think I might have liked it. Somebody was live reading old police reports. And I think that the only reason why that he hasn't, like, actually said enough's enough, deuces, I'm gone, is when she was reading it, it was like she jumped out of the car, was running down the road, yelling that she was going to unalive herself, and that the next time he seen her would be at her funeral. I think that that's more of a fear, that he thinks that if he does leave, she's going to actually do something like that, because that's always her go-to, is that she threatens those words. CJ, I don't know. I was asked to contact somebody by the name of Crystal, saying that she's like Gabby's mom. Never spoke to this person. Never spoke with anybody else that she was mods with. So I don't know who else. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if... Is Mel the one that's in Canada that's always going after everybody? I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't as well. I don't know who Crystal is. She said that her name was Crystal, she was like her mom, and that she wanted to talk to me. And I sent a text and was just like, hey, this is Jess. Gabby told me to contact you. And I never got a response. I never pursued it because I don't know who the hell this person is. I wouldn't be surprised if Mel doesn't have a lot of stuff that he could use or needs. But I also think that Mel thinks she's untouchable because she's in a different country, but she's farly mistaken. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, she even gave me a phone number, but said person never answered. So I don't know who Crystal is. For all I know, Crystal could be another Gabby number. I don't know. No, this was from last year. Like August of last year. So it wouldn't be anybody necessarily new. I thought Gang Stalker was Holly. Because I got tons of messages about her too. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. What do you guys want for dinner? Taco Tuesday. Let me sip the tea in peace. What? What tea? Are you sipping my tea? One test. Oh. Two test. This one goes to this one. This one goes to this one.